Good morning. Okay. Oh, I forgot this. Thank you. As usual, I have the pleasure of greeting you with a warm Sugar Mill welcome. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge Miss LaFern Fraser, member of the Board of Directors, Miss Emma Rouse, our guest speaker, Mrs. Agard, Vice Principal and Grade 6 teacher, teachers and staff, class of 2021, parents and other invited guests, a very warm welcome. We are going to now have our students, our graduating class of 2021, make their debuts. Benjamin Cyrus. Yay. I think they went back on the field trip again. Benjamin Cyrus. Zubek Howard. Zachary McLaren. Lorenz Paul. Hazen Gabriel. Nicholas De Freitas. Evan Rouse. Joseph Hadley. Sumaya Henry. Gabrielle Jacobs. Alexander Cummins. Eltony Leonard. Aziel Boston. Christian Mills. Azriel Boston. Sila Gonzalez. Trevin Thomas. And our grade 6 teachers, Vice Principal, Mrs. Agard. And her assistant, Miss Samantha Bullock. Our esteemed Ministry of Education, CPEA representative, Mr. Bramble, sends his regrets for not being able to attend your graduation this year. He sends well wishes, and he says to tell you that he knows that you will excel wherever you go, just from his many visits to the classroom while you were busy preparing. So, well wishes from Mr. Bramble, grade 6. I am extremely fortunate to be a part of a most amazing organization. The Sugar Mill family is a small village that supports and nurtures students of such diverse backgrounds. This village instills a foundation of values that will influence their choices and the path they walk in life. Kindness, respect, compassion, accountability, and integrity. I admire our children's appreciation for each other's differences and know their understanding of diversity will make them successful participants in a global community. At Sugar Mill, the village that cares for your children exists beyond the teachers' roles to include every member of staff. Believe me when I say that each one, auxiliary, security, tuck shop, office, looks out for and have your children's best interests at heart. Last year, I stood here and proclaimed 2020 to be the standout year as COVID and online classes showcased adaptability, positive attitudes, and most of all, the team spirit of SMA students, particularly our grade 6ers. If only I knew what 2021 had in store for all of us. This morning, my heart is especially full. I believe that this may be one of my proudest years yet, as I have never met a more resilient group. They rallied a pandemic, an erupting volcano, more online classes than face-to-face in the last year, and yet, like true warriors, they met each adversity head-on and came through roaring. To be honest, these kids have probably encountered more in the past year than most of us in a lifetime. Yet, this adversity made them stronger and more confident in their abilities to succeed. I watched as bonds were cemented, old friendships strengthened, and peer support became immeasurable. Mind you, they're a really competitive bunch. But those competitive streaks had such a positive impact, as each strived to do better with encouragement from peers. According to the Ministry of Education statistics, Sugar Mill Academy continues year after year to be a school that achieves some of the highest quality passes in the primary exit exam. That is, the vast majority of our students pass for the top-rated schools in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So not only are we instilling sound values, but we're providing our students with every opportunity to achieve their academic best. Before I end, there's a significant part of our village that I must mention. You, the parents. Without your support and your confidence in us, there would be no Sugar Mill. Thank you for choosing Sugar Mill Academy and having allowed us the honor of helping you to mold these magnificent human beings. So grade 6, as I make my last speech as your principal, remember that at SMA, you have established strong roots, much like the tree on the hill, which will allow you to grow, conquer, and achieve all your wishes if you believe in yourself. Each graduation, I like to mention some special people who will always be important members of our Sugar Mill family. They're the reason Sugar Mill exists. Mr. and Mrs. Urukas, the founders of Sugar Mill Academy, on whose foundation we continue to build, and also the Wagonsdale family, our gracious benefactors who donated this property, which Sugar Mill calls home. I will now end my remarks with a poem that I promised Mr. and Mrs. Urukas I would share with each graduating class. Oh, the Places You Will Go by Dr. Zeus. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. And you are the guide who'll decide where you go. You look up and down streets, look over them with care. About some you'll say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down a not so good street. And you may not find any you will want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's an opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you will go, you'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights, and you'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you will have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang, and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you will be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. You know, I really jumped the gun. I did my speech, and now I'm going, where was the national anthem and the school song? I guess I was a little too anxious this morning. Apologies. Let us all stand and begin with the national anthem. Mrs. Akers, you could remind me. Okay, grade 6 is going to lead us, and we will all join them for the national anthem this morning. Okay, you may be seated. Grade 6, you'll remain standing for your school song. Thank you. You may have a seat. I now invite Ms. LaFern Fraser, our director.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Sugar Mill Academy, I wholeheartedly congratulate the class of 2021, parents of this graduating class, and teachers and staff here at SMA who have added to the safe, respectful, embracing, and uplifting culture in which these future drivers of change have flourished. In a most unique and challenging year, in nearly every aspect of life, you pushed through, you didn't throw in the towel, you didn't cower in adversity nor uncertainty. You instead were courageous and determined. May you never forget how resilient you are and how community, such as the one here at Sugar Mill, makes the climb a little easier and a whole lot more worthwhile. Thank you, parents, for your support over the years, and congratulations, students. Some of your best years were here on the Hill, but now you're moving on, equipped to be the change we all need to see. You are, we are second to none. Congratulations.
Thank you, LaFern. Sugar Mill has a tradition of choosing, that would help. Sugar Mill has a tradition of choosing past students to be the featured guest speaker at our graduations. Well, this year we have created history by selecting our youngest speaker yet, 16-year-old Emma Rouse. Emma attended Sugar Mill Academy from 2009 to 2016 and excelled not only academically but in every other aspect of her school life. She placed first for Common Entrance in 2016 and went on to be equally amazing, maybe even more so, at the Girls High School. In a few days, she will begin her CSEC exams, but did not hesitate to take some time from her books to be here today. When I asked Emma to be the speaker, she said, "Auntie Liz, are you sure it's a good idea and that the parents won't question your choice as such a young leader?" My response was, "Emma, after your speech, they will understand why you were the only choice." Ladies and gentlemen, I present Emma Rouse.
Ms. Lachlan Fraser represents the Board of Directors. Ms. Liz Cordes, Principal of the Sugar Mill Academy. SMA teachers and staff, parents, family, friends, and well-wishers joining us on the live stream. Sugar Mill Academy graduating class of 2021. Good morning. Class of 2021, today is your day. And I am happy and proud to say that I feel like an honorary big sister to all of you. Not only because your siblings may not be able to be here due to COVID-19 protocols, but because 5 years ago, most of you were in school with me through kindergarten and grade 1. I also feel like I know the two of you that joined SMA in later years, because on occasion when I pass by Evan's room, I often hear your little outbursts and shouts when you're playing your games online. My personal favorite being, "Bruh, I'm a gaming god." I'd like to share a little story with you, and I've enlisted the help of two celebrities to assist me in illustrating my story. Please welcome them as they come. There were two frogs, Hazel Frog and Samantha Frog, who went on a journey to find food. While they were hopping along the top of a mossy old wall, they slipped and fell into a bucket of fresh milk that a farmer had left on the wall to keep cool. Unfortunately, the bucket had slippery sides, so once the frogs fell in, they were unable to jump out.
Samantha Frog, there is no way we're going to get out of here, and nobody is around to help us. We are doomed.
Just keep swimming, just keep paddling. Don't give up, and we will get out of here. Somebody will get us. Just keep swimming. Hey, chin up. At least we'll have strong wind.
So the two frogs paddled and floated for hours, feeling very sorry for themselves. After nobody came and nothing changed, Hazel said,
I am so tired, my friend. Don't you see nobody's going to help us? It is a Sunday. People's nothing, and nobody is coming. We are doomed. We might as well give up and die in peace.
Listen, Hazel, I'm not ready for my food. Don't sit right in the bucket of milk. Don't lose hope. Keep paddling. Somebody will get us. Something will change. I'll jump around and fight it. We will get out of here together.
So the two frogs continued paddling and swimming furiously, making as much motion as possible. Suddenly, after a few hours of paddling and having a grand old time, the frogs felt something hard beneath their feet. When they pressed against it, they realized that the milk was now solid. It just so happened that all the paddling had churned the milk into butter. Those frogs hopped out of the bucket and went on their way. Now this story could have ended very differently. Hazel and Samantha Frog could have decided to give up, and they could have drowned in the bucket of milk. But they decided to make their story have a positive ending. I say this to say to you, that you are the author of your own story. If you are stuck on a page, remember that at any moment, you have the power to write a new chapter. You see, as you're about to move into secondary school, you are going to encounter challenges and make mistakes that can make you feel like you are stuck like the frogs in the bucket. However, the great part about being the author of your own story is that you are also the editor and can make changes at any time. Over the last 2 years, you've completed your writing portfolios for CPEA. And after you submitted your first draft, you had the opportunity to review, correct errors, add or take away information, and rewrite until you were able to achieve the grade that you wanted. I guarantee that challenges and mistakes will happen as you enter secondary school, but do not be afraid to face them. Do not sit back or give up because you have messed up and have faced what seems like an impossible situation. Remember, it is at these times you have the power to write a new chapter. Just like a caterpillar has to go through a cocoon to develop its wings in order to be able to fly, it is how you work through your challenges and mistakes that build your character. Write your story and choose the endings of each chapter. You have the power to make your conclusions positive. Now I have a little something for you in these brown paper bags over here. Yes, they look like an ordinary brown paper bag. You might be thinking, now Emma, wait a minute. It's graduation. You brought us a brown paper bag. You can give us anything a little bit more fancy for the occasion. I deliberately chose the brown bags because they're just like a book. The cover is just the outward appearance. The substance of the book is on the inside. You've obviously heard, don't judge a book by its cover. In secondary school, many of us focus on what is visible to others. We want to look good, be popular, and oftentimes we are concerned with what other people think of us. Now don't get me wrong, yes, you want to look good, but remember, your substance is who you are. Your story, which is told through your passions, your academics, your extracurricular activities, things you enjoy, how you treat and impact the lives of other people, help to make you, you. You are unique, you are special, and nobody else can live your story. Nobody can do you better than you. So when someone looks at your pretty or handsome little faces, make sure that when they start to turn the pages, they find your substance and not just the fancy package. In your bags, I have for you a starter kit for authoring your story. I've included a journal for you to plan and stay organized, much like your agenda that you use in SMA every day. I still keep one personally. There are a few treats to remind you that while school is serious business, it is important to remember to have fun and to enjoy yourself. And most importantly, I've included a letter that I've asked your parents to write for you to read later on today. I wanted to include these letters to remind you that while you are the star, the hero, and the main character of your story, you do not exist on your own. All heroes and main characters have people that stand by them and support them. Your parents, family, friends, and teachers are the ones who will give you feedback and advice and help you to write the best version of your story. You do not exist alone. Rely on the love and support of the people who will help you when you get stuck on a page. Continue writing your story. I cannot wait to see how your next chapter unfolds.
Thank you so much, Emma. I'm still happy with my choice. Next, the moment you've been practicing for, where you've had your most fun over the last 2 weeks, your graduation song. Are you ready? Yeah. All righty. Let's stand now. You may be seated. My favorite part of graduation now. Valedictorian. We know this to be the student with the best grades who usually delivers the valedictorian address at commencement. For us at Sugar Mill, each and every one of these students graduating today are valedictorians in their own right. They have worked hard, sacrificed leisure time, supported each other, and regardless of any position that any examination body may use to determine who you are at 11 years of age, today we celebrate you all, and as such, I now invite each one of you to make your valedictorian speech. Benjamin Cyrus. Sorry. They'll do a general introduction of their speeches first, okay? So everybody stand, do that first, and then I'll call you back. And then you won't have to sit.
The experience I had at Sugar Mill Academy was one of the best things I have ever gone through. From grade K to grade 6, I have had the funniest and most joyful memories ever. As I can recall, walking into the doors of Sugar Mill and being welcomed by the happiest and friendliest principal, Mistress Cordes. My journey through SMA was met with a dengue outbreak where we had to wear jeans, a coronavirus outbreak, and a volcanic eruption, so we had to do online classes for a while. Two of my most precious memories are when we had mock parliament in class, which made me laugh, and in online classes when Miss Bullock had us all doing riddles. I would like to thank everyone who supported me through this time I had. A big thank you to my teachers, lessons teachers, my friends, and most importantly, my loving parents, who assisted me through my hard times. I will hold all of these memories as I go into my secondary stage of my life. I appreciate you, Sugar Mill Academy.
Sue back.
On approaching my final day of being a Sugar Million, a cloud of fear began to affect the normal functioning of my brain. When I first came to grade 6, I was a bit tense because I heard that Mistress Agard was a very strict teacher. But after spending a year in grade 6, I realized that she only wanted the best for me. Mistress Agard is the most determined teacher that I have ever met. It was so funny when she said, "Remember, I have 4 eyes," when the class was caught talking out of turn. When she said she had 4 eyes, She meant her 2 eyes and her pair of glasses. I can reassure my mother that I will keep my head high as I enter the secondary stage of my life. Thanks to my mom and sister for their support. A well-deserved thanks to the staff of Sugar Mill Academy, especially Mistress Agard and Miss Bullock, my mentors for the new world.
Zachary.
These 5 years at Sugar Mill Academy have been the best. I've made so many friends. It has been a fun and wild experience. From sneaking behind the mill to pick jujubes with my friends, to staying in class to mark homework. Then COVID-19 happened, so we had to go into online class. It was kind of hard at first, but I got used to it and learned lots of new things, thanks to my 3 teachers who taught me in online class. I would like to thank my fellow classmates, friends, principal, teachers, and my parents who got me through the tough times, such as the volcanic eruption and COVID. But I would like to thank the stunning school, Sugar Mill Academy, for this amazing roller coaster ride.
Loren.
See your faces.
The journey into grade 6 for me was challenging, transitioning from grade 5, dealing with online school. It was hard since it was my first time doing online school. Then during grade 6, boom, COVID hit again, so it was right back to online school. Then after a while, we went back to face-to-face school, and then while we were doing face-to-face school, boom, there was a dengue outbreak, so we had to wear jeans. Then on April 9th, 2021, boom, the volcano erupted. I would like to thank God for letting me see this day. I would also like to thank Google Classroom because without it, I wouldn't be here today. And lastly, I would like to thank my classmates, family, my best friend, and all my teachers for pushing me to do my best. 2 funny moments in class I will always cherish are Miss Agard mixing me up with my brother, calling me Laik instead of Lorenz, and Miss Bullock mixing me up with my classmate Zubek. Without this school, I would have never met my best friend Trevor, so I am happy my parents put me into this amazing school. I am going to miss this school, but I will be taking lots and lots of memories with me.
Joseph.
Good morning, everyone. My journey at SMA is memorable because the majority of my childhood was in the same school that I am leaving now. Online classes were very challenging since I had to do it twice, in grade 5 and in grade 6. I would like to thank my teachers for keeping me on track when I was to gaze off in class, my parents for giving me this opportunity, and my fellow classmates for supporting me. 2 of my favorite moments in class were when I saw everyone's frightened faces on the first day of entering grade 6 and doing experiments in the classroom. CPEA was a hard thing to think about, but I have been determined to make my family, classmates, and teachers proud. This has been a long journey for my classmates and me, but but our perseverance and determination amidst challenges is the key to our success.
Altonique Leonard.
As I enter my last day of the Sugar Mill Academy, I remember all the memorable moments I've made in this spectacular school from grade K to 6. Never a moment in my life I thought that my grade 6 experience would have been so insane. I had my second round of online learning, my first time experiencing a volcanic eruption, and a massive COVID-19 and dengue fever outbreak. Although grade 6 was not a walk in the park, we succeeded with a lot of laughter along the way with Miss Agard, Miss Bullock, and the energetic class of 2021. One of them is when Miss Agard and Miss Bullock said during online classes, "Remember, our 8 eyes are watching you." They mean their 2 eyes and a pair of glasses added together. Overall, my experience at SMA was invaluable, and I thank all the amazing and motivating people who have helped me along the 7 greatest years of my life.
Thank you, Altonique. Evan Rose.
Going into grade 6 was exciting yet difficult, since I knew that I would have to transition into secondary school. Never in my life did I think that my grade 6 experience would include a pandemic, online learning, and a volcanic eruption. In spite of the challenges, I persevered, and I am proud that I made it to this important milestone in my life. I wish to say a special thank you to my parents, my teachers, and my friends for their guidance, support, and encouragement along the way of this crazy and bizarre adventure. We have certainly created some wonderful memories, and 2 of my favorites are when my friend, who shall not be named, fell on the field and he had seen the light, but decided to run away from it and come back to us. And when Mrs. Agard sent shockwaves around the class by saying LOL in our grade 6 official Hangouts chat. As we leave Sugar Mill Academy, always remember, nulli secundus, we are second to none.
Nicholas DeFreitas.
What a priceless experience at SMA. My journey was exciting, fun, and chaotic. Through each class, we were known as the loudest group of students. Grade 6 was a hustle because of COVID, online classes, and the volcanic and the eruption of La Soufrière. Overall, my time was the best. I was nervous from day 1 of kindergarten, but now I'm very sad to leave this school. I made so many friends, and now I have to move on in my life. I'd like to thank my parents, all my teachers, my classmates, Mistress Cordes for helping me through my school years. My rating on the school will be 11 out of 10, but overall, I will never forget this school and the positive impact it made on my life.
Thank you, Nicholas. Hazen Gabriel.
Fellow graduates, we persevered because we were determined to succeed. Congratulations! Thank you for the 7 most amazing years of my life. It has been a delightful and an unforgettable journey.
Thank you to the entire staff of Sugar Mill who has been instrumental in helping to mold me into the young man I am becoming. Thank you to my parents who always supported and believed in me. Mom and Dad, you're the best. I absolutely enjoyed and will always treasure my online learning experience since it offered me the flexibility of learning in my own space. I'll always remember the voices of my 3 online teachers, as most of the times I chuckled when they said their famous catchphrases. Miss Williams, you understand what I'm saying? Once asked a question, you knew your answer is wrong when Miss Agard says, "Oh really?" And Miss Bullock's moving along. I thank you.
Sumaya?
I am happy we are all celebrating this moment face to face. This became one of our new options during our last year of this incredible journey, face to face or online. SMA, I would say, is the best primary school in SUG. I learned how to be civilized with good values, had individual attention in class, and most of all, I had the best principal and teachers of all times throughout my journey. Reflecting on the past year, it was the most challenging. And after completing countless pages of homework and past papers, and even attending class when no one else was, I'm thinking the road ahead will be no match for this era. I want to say thank you to all my teachers, especially Miss Agard and Mrs. Bullock, who I know needed an extra dose of patience since the last term started. Thank you, Auntie Liz, for your leadership in keeping it all together and making sure we were safe and had entertainment the recent field trip. In the process, I will never forget when the security guard, Mrs. Lidlow, mixed up my name with Samara, and Samira when she called me to tell me my ride was here to pick me up. Most of all, a million thanks to my parents and grandparents. No matter what my challenge, they were always there to listen, guide, and support me. Love them all. To my awesome classmates, class of 2021, I am happy I was able to share this journey with you, and I will miss you. Congratulations, and enjoy the well-deserved holidays.
Thank you, Samaria. Gabrielle Jacobs.
As soon as I walked into the grade 6 classroom, I said to myself that this is obviously the examination class. But I was mostly scared of Mistress Agard. My teacher, Mistress Agard, sometimes made me feel as if I was in a military school where I couldn't really make a mistake. But it turns out that she just really wanted the best for me. And Miss Bullock gave that extra push. It was a bit frustrating with the COVID-19 pandemic and to do online classes, but through it all, my teachers and we the students accomplished. I would like to thank my school principal, Mistress Liz Cordes, my teachers, my friends, and also my parents for their support and guidance throughout my time at SMA.
Alexander Cummings.
Walking into the grade 5 classroom for the first time, I was very nervous. I vividly remember hearing muffled voices saying, "I never see he before." To be honest, it was quite scary and intimidating, but once I got to properly meet my new classmates, I settled in quite well and made many friends. When our class came to grade 6, we were tense because of all the stories of Mr. Sagard being the mean teacher throughout SMA. But when we settled down, we were much more relaxed. We also found out that Mr. Sagard was not mean, she just wanted the best for her students. Fortunately, on our intense run-up to CPA, I did not take a long sad story of, "Oh, I can't find my homework, miss," to Mr. Sagard nor Miss Bullock. Our teachers and students were very cooperative with each other, and in the end, we got there. During our online learning, I learned to strive to make those two hours of my day worthwhile. I was very happy, however, when we returned to the face-to-face classroom, especially because certain children cannot be knocked out of a real-life classroom. I want to say a special thank you to my parents, teachers, classmates, and most certainly Google for helping me along the way. As we head into secondary school, I just want to wish my teachers and classmates the best of luck.
Yep. Aziel Boston.
The experience I had at Sugar Mill Academy is a milestone. Every day I came, all areas of my work improved, especially penmanship. When the volcano erupted and we started online classes, I thought that I was going to fall back in my grades, but I didn't. It was still very stressful though. The teachers, my parents, and my friends supported me through this long and important journey. I must thank them a lot. I will always remember the funny moments when all of my teachers mixed me up with my twin sister and called me Azriel instead of Aziel. They all eventually found different ways of remembering us. I also remember when Miss Williams gave me my twin sister's narrative writing score for mine. I don't think we look the same, do we? Although I'm happy that I'm moving on, I will still miss this school very much.
Thank you. Christian Mills.
As our journey at Sugar Mill comes to an end, I cannot help but reflect with mixed emotions where it all began. I recall walking through those doors like it was yesterday, filled with nervous energy and excitement and being warmly welcomed by Auntie Liz. I fondly remember my experiences through the years and would like to thank all of my teachers who have made my experience memorable and who have molded me into the person I am today. A special thanks to all of my teachers and parents for providing me with a solid foundation and arming me with the necessary tools to excel in life. I appreciate you all.
Azriel Boston.
Growing up in Sugar Mill Academy was a blast. This is a very unforgettable day. I'll take all these special memories with me to brighten my day in the dark. All those beautiful memories, learning new things, and getting in trouble over silly situations. I'll never forget a drama class when we played musical chairs and one chair was left. The music stopped. Everyone ran to their chair, but I sat in it first with so much speed that it flipped over. Well, I still won, right? I'd love to thank my parents for all their support and teachers for bigging me up for secondary school. And another thanks to God, along with Sylvia, Paul, and Miss Brown, for all their assistance, love, and care. Thank you all for making this day very amazing.
Sheila Gonzalez.
On this day, the amazing, fun, and challenging experience that I had at Sugar Mill Academy is coming to an end. It feels so exciting to see how far we have reached and how much we have grown over the years. My online school experience was fun as it allowed me to be in my own home while doing school, which made me feel more comfortable and relaxed. Although it was really amazing, I preferred coming back to the face-to-face classroom where I got to see everyone in person. As I walk out these doors for the last time, I will take many memories with me into secondary school. It's very sad to leave this school and the friends I've made along the way. I must give special thanks to my parents, school teachers, lessons teacher, my classmates, and all the online sites that I have used throughout the online school. The friends and special moments I have made here will never be forgotten. Thank you, SME.
Did I forget anybody? Yeah. I'm just kidding, Trevin. Come on down.
The experience at Sugar Mill Academy was challenging and good. I had struggles with COVID, online classes, and the eruption of the Lassosphere volcano. However, I will remember the times when Miss Bullock would quiz us at the door to join the class, and whenever anyone got caught doing anything he or she was not supposed to be doing, Miss Agard would state, "My 4 eyes are watching." Precious moments. I would love to thank my fun principal, patient teachers from kindergarten right up to grade 6, my supporting parents, and all the online websites that helped me through my time in grade 6. It will be a downhearted memory to walk out those gates at the end with my heart and mind filled with golden memories that I have from day one.
Thank you, Trevin. We'll now have the presentation of certificates and gifts, and I'm going to ask Mrs. Agard and Ms. Bullock to do those, and Emma, if you can join us at the same time to hand out your gifts. Okay, I can do this without a mic. Zachary McLaren. Samaya Henry. Joseph Hadley. Altony Leonard. Kristen Gabriel. Christian Mills. Nicholas DeFreitas. Sila Gonzalez. Lorenz Hall. Alexander. Benjamin Cyrus. Azriel Boston. Evan Rose. Aziel Boston. Zubek Howard. Trevin, I promise I'm not making a habit of this. Just keep it up. Trevin Thomas. Thank you, Emma, and teachers. And of course, can I still call you grade 6? No. Class of 2021. And this is what we dealt with for 7 years, huh? Okay, so now we have, I welcome Mrs. Agard to make her remarks.
Chairperson of this morning's proceeding, our very own principal, Mrs. Cordis, Ms. LaForne Fraser, member of the Board of Directors, Ms. Emma Rouse, our guest speaker, teachers and staff, class of 2021, parents, invited guests, a very special good morning. I bring remarks being the lead teacher of grade 6, assisted by Ms. Bullock, of this graduating class of 2021. I am indeed honored to be the class teacher of this incredible group of students for this unique academic year of 2020-2021. A group of students who has made a very significant impact on my life as a teacher of over 30 years. I can vividly recall the facial expressions and dispositions of my students as they walked into the grade 6 classroom in September of 2020. There is no doubt that the reactions resulted from the scary stories they heard about Mrs. Agard. But at the end of the second week, students began to adjust well and recognize that their teachers were not there to get them, but that grade 6 was a class of structure where they were expected to follow routines and be accountable for their learning and holistic development. In describing this extraordinary group of students, I can allude to them being intelligent, dedicated, brave, creative, artistic, reserved, humorous, energetic, and very argumentative. Among them were also critical thinkers, budding politicians, and lawyers who generally adapted to the classroom culture of being supportive of each other's learning. They were all determined to achieve academic success. While schools in St. Vincent and the Grenadines were disrupted due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the volcanic eruption in the second and third terms, the teaching learning process never ceased at Sugar Mill Academy for this grade 6 class. We successfully used Hangouts for communication between teachers and students. Oh yeah, Evan, and I broke that rule indeed, right? It shows that my interaction with students is not only about academics. We talk about news, we talk about topical issues away from the classroom. So I guess I was forgiven. All right, so moving on. We also use Meet and Google Classroom to facilitate the teaching learning process. While there were challenges with the online modality of learning, our students benefited tremendously in the interim as they were exposed to multifaceted ways of learning to address their varying needs. We had audiovisual experiences, we have interactive activities, virtual mock exam practice, OES group work, just to name a few. Returning to face-to-face modality gave our students that opportunity to be super ready for their CPA examinations. They were engaged in many fun activities leading up to CPA. At this moment, I want to especially thank Ms. Bailey, who gave of her time to review the judicial system with 2 days of very impressive interactions with the grade 6 class. I am very confident that our students were fully prepared for both the internal and external components of the CPA examinations, and that they will all perform to the best of their abilities. So let's just give them a loud round of applause. Thank you. I want to especially acknowledge the support system established between parents and teachers during the year in grade 6. From interacting with the students in class and listening to remarks such as, "Oh, my mom did this one with me, and she told me my answer is right," or "My dad did extra work on currency conversions," or "My mom would look over my work," is indicative of your involvement towards your child's success or your children's success. So I want to thank you very much, parents. To the graduating class, I will miss you all. Your time in Sugar Mill was beyond the ordinary in preparing for your CPA examinations. However, the lessons learned, the tears shed, moments of laughter, and fun memories can be attributed to the words of Ralph Marston. No man ever reached to excellence without having passed through the slow and painful process of study and preparation. As you move on and let go of your primary education, always remember that determination and perseverance is the key to success in any facet of your life. Thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Williams has been tasked with our vote of thanks, but I would like to give a very special, and this is on behalf of everybody, to Mrs. Colleen Dabriel and her trusted assistant, Marcus, for all of the wonderful decorations in here, the slideshow. So if you want some fun memories of your kids, hit her up. See, I could use hit me up, just like Miss Edgar could use LOL. Colleen, thank you so much for your last 2 days of support. And Marcus, you too. Miss Williams.
Good morning, everyone. An incident like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels towards this graduation started moving about 7 years ago, and now we are here. As we look back on the sleepless nights, the hard work, the dedication, and commitment, we can say it was worth every aspect of it. Would you say? Yeah? Yes. Here at SMA, we are fortunate to be supported by a cadre of very active and dedicated team members who are well versed in their jobs. And I say team because it was teamwork that made this dream come true. A special mention to our board of directors, represented by Ms. LaForne Fraser, and our amazing principal, Auntie Liz. Thank you for being the catalyst that inspired us to do our best and stand as a pillar of power. With a deep sense of appreciation, I would like to say thank you to my fellow counterparts, and I would want you to stand. My loving part-time and full-time teachers. Teachers, please stand and take a bow. Without you, none of this would be possible. Thank you. And that includes Senior Osiris and Mr. Paris. You saw Senior Osiris standing, Mr. Paris over here. And a special thank you to Mr. Paris for providing the PA system and for working assiduously with preparing the graduates for today's. To the auxiliary staff, a big shout out, woohoo! To Auntie Nakita and Auntie Shirley. Without your support, we would be lost. Thank you for your patience when supplying us with the constant stream of photocopies, taking the lunch orders, and just keeping the classroom equipped with the supplies needed for the smooth flow. Thank you to our dedicated talk shop ladies, Miss Brown and Cecile. Thank you for using your talent and providing us with the delicious hot lunches and yummy treats. Thank you to Miss Anika for keeping our environment clean and tidy. Thank you. To Mr. Westman, thank you for keeping our outside so immaculately clean. And the students that agree with me, thank you for never losing patience when we always ask you to retrieve the soccer ball that's always kicked away. Thank you. To Miss Ledlow, thank you for your patience in keeping our students safe in the schoolyard and for never being tired or wavering throughout the endless COVID protocol. To Miss Emma Rouse, I'm always so amazed. I'm not old, no. But I am always so amazed when I can stand and look at one of our past students being the guest speaker. Emma, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for a job well done and for reminding our students never to give up, but rather to write a new chapter. Thank you. To Mrs. Gabrielle, oh, thank you for the magnificent decorations, and I must say, the deco gets better every year. Thank you. And a sincere gratitude goes out to all you parents and well-wishers for your rock-solid support system and encouragement. Without your support, the children won't be able to excel. And thank you very, very much for choosing SMA and making us your first choice. To all the other well-wishers and supporters who could not be here, we want to say thank you for viewing online. And we want to say thank you to Mr. Kirby, Mr. Balcom, for consenting and giving us our online feed. And to you graduates, I want to say thank you to you too. For what? For the endless laughs and for the life lessons that you would have taught us teachers. Yes, you are teachers in your own right. You taught and we learned from you. So thank you. And to everyone who would have contributed in one way or another, know that you are appreciated. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Now we end our graduation with an amazing performance. Just wait till you see it. Once again, thank you so much for choosing Sugar Mill. It's been our absolute pleasure to have your kids. As Ms. Williams said, we have learned so much from them along the way. We will miss you, but we are glad to send you through those gates to do your absolute best, which we know you will. All right? Enjoy your well-deserved summer break, which is extra long till October. Right? If you get bored, in September we'll be open. I can do a grade 7 for a month. Yes. Okay? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding about that. All right. So I am now going to invite grades. Class of 2021 to do their farewell song. And remember, Nulli Secundus, you are second to none. Hazen, keep it rolling with that song. We're not ready for the end yet.